One of the best ways that you can connect with your inner empowerment is actually in nature. Nature is very healing and very grounding. And so I'm going to talk about a concept called earthing. And it's exactly what it sounds like, connecting to the earth. And in this way, you'll be able to raise your own vibration by spending some time connecting. Are you ready?
We have been roaming this earth for millions of years, first barefoot, then with simple sandals and animal pelt shoes. We've lived in caves and then more secure shelters with dirt floors. We had a direct connection to the earth, and the earth was connected to us. Now we live in a modern society where our cities are paved with concrete, with rebar in them, and our houses are built on slabs and then wooden frames with ceramic floors and carpet. We spend our day in our houses, in our offices, in our cars, and even when we are in nature, walking, hiking, and playing, we're wearing thick rubber soled shoes. And we suffer from new autoimmune disorders, diseases where inflammation is at the heart of the condition, like arthritis, allergies, asthma, and injuries that won't heal properly. We try to medicate our way out of it, but the condition either stays the same or gets worse. In 2019, I discovered Earthing, the movie, about our lack of direct contact with the earth. Others had heard of it before me because for the last few years, when I'd been hiking in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, I'd begun noticing other hikers hiking without shoes. And I thought they were crazy or at least had very callous feet, but they had heard about and were practicing earthing. The Earth is like a giant battery that is constantly charging. Flashes of lightning strike somewhere on the Earth about 50 times every second, creating low frequency electromagnetic waves that encompass the planet. The frequency, 7.83 hertz, has been called the Earth's heartbeat. Our body heals naturally when directly connected to the Earth. Ancient and indigenous people knew this, and when the American Indians got sick, they would dig a hole and put the sick person inside the hole, guarding over them to help them heal. We don't spend much time in direct contact with the earth anymore. Think about your last week. How much time did you spend in direct contact with the earth? Maybe it was not much to none. I will admit this is difficult for me living in Arizona, surrounded by mostly rocky landscaping, even in my yard. But I've made a concerted effort to connect when I can. I take my shoes off or I sit in direct union with the earth. If your situation doesn't allow you to connect directly, you can also buy sheets, pillowcases, and grounding mats to put under your workstation that plug directly into an outlet to mimic the Earth's frequency. I'll share one story from the movie that was pretty impactful. There was a mother who had a colicky baby. Now, I've been lucky to not have one, but I've had friends who have told horror stories of babies who cried constantly and who wouldn't sleep. Stories of vacuum cleaners running for hours to drown out the crying because it was better than the alternative of getting angry at the unconsolable baby. In the movie, this lady was holding her crying baby and she walked outside into her backyard barefoot and stepped onto the grass. And the baby began to calm and stopped crying and even fell asleep in her arms. After a while, she began to walk into the house to lay the baby in his crib. But as soon as she stepped up on the wooden deck, the baby suddenly woke up and began crying again. She had discovered the healing, calming effect of earthing on a colicky baby. I wanted you to have this resource at your disposal, and I encourage you to watch the movie. It's on Gaia TV. Gaia means Earth and is a subscription you can get through Amazon Prime for $9.99 a month. I am not sponsored in any way by Gaia TV, but I would love to have a show on their channel someday. You'll find tons of spiritual content on Gaia TV. I really love it. Other than paying for a 1-month subscription to watch the movie, earthing is completely free and available to everyone. It's a great way for you to raise your soul's vibration, and I really hope that you'll give it a try.
We have so much inflammation in the body, and it comes out in illnesses. We go to a doctor with all these complaints, but a lot of it is silent inflammation. So, how do we reduce inflammation? In simple terms, grounding is literally putting your bare feet on the ground. When you do that, you're in contact with the earth, and Mother Earth is endowed with electrons. And these electrons are literally absorbed through your feet. It's like taking handfuls of antioxidants.
Grounding means connecting to the earth to support the specific function of the organs of your body. It supports the body as a whole, but it specifically supports organ systems down to the tissues and the cellular function of the entire body.
You could take anybody who has chronic pain. It doesn't matter who they are, it doesn't matter what's wrong, and ground them, and you're going to have a significant reduction in pain. You're going to stop the inflamed portion. That stops almost immediately. Then the body can heal and return to normal. And healing generally is improved by 60–70%. If inflammation is the cause of all these health disorders, then I know not grounding is the cause of inflammation, because if the body is grounded, you can't have inflammation.
This is so incredible. This is Nobel Prize material. There's 21 published studies in the medical literature on earthing and grounding. And this is peer-reviewed stuff. In simple terms, what earthing does is literally, it quenches the fires of inflammation. And if inflammation is the source of all root illnesses, including Alzheimer's disease, cancer, heart disease, diabetes, I mean, the list goes on and on. If you can impact inflammation and, squelch it, kill it, stop it, we're going to be healthier beings.
Go outdoors, take your shoes off, stand barefoot on the earth, or sit on the earth, put your feet and your hands on the earth, and you will instantly notice the pain and inflammation begin to drain from your body. I got my life back is probably the most common refrain that I hear. Thank you, I got my life back.